broadcast. Make sure you read beyond the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast as well. Like it. Share it. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them all that Mayegun today. And thank you very much again for joining me this hour. Tonight shall be the continuation of the series from the coward called Afe Babanla Oli, the 95-year-old crooked lawyer whose criminality, corruption has been exposed to generations that will likely be deceived into seeing him as an iconic figure, a role model, and whatever it is, the reputation that the criminal has built for decades, the reputation that he believes, reputation of criminality, reputation of manipulation, reputation of, arm twisting of the judicial system in Nigeria, the reputation that the old crook is afraid to lose or get exposed while in his last dying days. I have ordered my own book, and God willing, it will be shared on this platform when I take the delivery of that. However, the people behind this old shenanigans, power-drunk tussle, are already unraveling themselves. It has now become the fight, indirectly, the fight of Tifnumbu's lapdog, the illegitimate police IG. Let me tell you something before we delve into this fully. Nigeria is a place that you can class as a fraud that lasted longer than it was envisaged or it was planned to last. Nigeria is a place where meritocracy doesn't really count. Okay? Nigeria is a place where if you begin to probe and question the source of wealth of majority of the people that parade themselves as successful people in that contraption, you will realize that they are career criminals from all sectors. Nigeria is a place where saying the truth is a total abomination. In fact, Nigeria is a place where you are expected, right, to keep your mouth shut. Family members, friends, neighbors, colleagues, call them. They would possibly stay away from you if you become someone who just wants to say the truth. Because the truth in Nigeria will never take you anywhere other than prison or grave. Your family member can disown you if you choose the pathway of saying the truth. Your friend, even your own loved ones, including possibly your wives or your husband, can disown you if your truth is considered, well, it will be considered as harmful to them. That is that Nigeria. It is a place where people believe that, trading in lies, deceit is an act of being smart. To them, just watch your mouth because you don't know who is going to help you. Don't say things that will make your helper stay away from you. So because of this, Yoruba says, "Olóòótọ́ kò kí ń lẹ́ni." That means he who chooses the path of truth is not expected to have many friends, because your truth to them may deny them all the opportunities that they don't normally merit. Meritocracy in Nigeria is a pipe-born dream. So if you choose to challenge the criminals in authority, it is not going to hand you many friends, though, even though it will hand you real friends. If you are going to have 10 friends and you choose to be a truth sayer, the ones that confront the supposed rich elite, the powerful, it would not hand you friends, many friends, but it will likely hand you real friends. And that is why today you will see the same victims of bad governance on the sides of the oppressors. You will see the same set of people who are the victims of oppression, right? They are comfortable with it. To them, the known evil works for them as long as they are not the immediate or direct victims of that oppression right away. But they are. Yes, you are. If you choose to say it the way it is, you are likely going to hand more enemies from the same people that you think you are speaking for. That is why Mayegun, I have told you many times and I'll keep telling you, I do not stand or sit here to fight for anybody's rights. I do not sit here to speak for anyone other than myself. Because you know something, at the end of the day, whether you talk, you will die. Whether you don't talk, you will die. So why don't you just talk and die? And I choose to talk and die in my own way. However, you see those people who chooses not to. This is the Nigeria you have to do, where even those who are not outspoken, they do not condemn or criticize the powerful, the people in government. But Nigeria continue to take their blood. There have been so many people who have died from preventable death in that contraption. They didn't criticize government. They did not criticize anybody. They did not speak against anyone. But Nigeria happened to them anyway. At the point of their death, I wish they will probably say to themselves that I wish I have actually spoken against the terrible situation of this country. If I knew that Nigeria will happen to me and I'm going to end up like this. If you go to Nigeria prison, you will see so many innocent people who have been locked up for years. The reason is because they are poor, or they do not have the right connection, or they didn't pay the right bribe. They have been locked up many times. Many have spent years for the crimes they didn't commit through the judicial system that is so corrupt that will never be the last hope of a common man. So when people tell you to watch your mouth so that you can live long, it doesn't work in Nigeria. Nigeria is not a place where whether you keep short or you are talking, that you are safe. We are all victims waiting to happen. Why not choose to talk? Dele Farotimi chooses to talk, where others will prefer to be quiet and silent, suffer quietly. And speaking out, indeed, has made him more enemies, the ones he knows and the ones he doesn't know. So when he came out and wrote the book against Afe, no, it wasn't just against Afe Babalola, it was only mentioned in the whole thing. It was mentioned in his of his role in corrupting the Nigeria judiciary, the process where so many other senior lawyers in Nigeria have played their different roles in destroying Nigeria, in legitimizing criminality, legitimizing corruption, and giving birth to a seriously corrupt judicial system that everybody is now a victim of, the Nigerian judicial system. So Afe Babalola, the coward, Afe Babalauli, the coward, a supposed senior lawyer who knows that if somebody says something he didn't like, he should take them to court. He is a coward. Something that I believe he has done severally. Because this time around, it is Dele Farotimi. That is why all of us are talking about it today. Believe me, a lot of people have possibly suffered in the hands of the likes of Afe Babalaule, the old crook, the old rogue, the old criminal, who chooses to use the Nigerian corrupt police in kidnapping a supposed critic. Now listen to me. If somebody says something about you and you consider it libel, here you get now, somebody says something about you. I am not saying that whether you are a rich man, or a poor man. If somebody says something that is libelous against you, then you shouldn't fight it. Fight it. What you should do, number one, I have said it before here, whether you want to charge them for criminal defamation or civil libel, whatever it is you want to charge them for, you do not, even if you have to write to the police, what the police will do in most cases, or should do, will be what? Invite this individual. Come, we have received a petition against you, and we want you to respond to it. Now, if you go back to the police and say, well, I stand by what I said, the next thing will be for the police to say, well, you, Mr. Petitioner, this is your chance. You can take this to court now, not to the police, because police can't really do anything. Okay? And then the legal case, the legal battle can start. But in Nigeria, that is not how they do it. If you are not one of their senior crooked Afe Babanlaole, you can easily just go to the police and just bribe them to go and kidnap that person for you. And once they kidnap them, you can use the opportunity at the same time to use the corrupt judiciary in denying them bail. Defamation or no defamation is a bailable offense, even if it's an offense at all. If police arrest you for defaming somebody and they take you to court, the court will give you bail and say, okay, now let's start the case so that you can put up your defense against this allegation. But the move by this old criminal, old crooked lawyer, Afe Babanlaole, was to use a corrupt system, okay? The Nigerian police, and then the judiciary, where a corrupt judge was on hand to deny a bailable offense so that they can lock that person up. So today, the police IG in Abuja, they have now filed an extra charges, extra 12, I think it's actually 13 charges. Afe Babanlaole is yet to sue Dele. For your information, in Ekiti, where the police of Ekiti came to Lagos to kidnap Dele Farotimi, Afe Babanlaole, the lawyer, didn't sue Dele. It is the police that is suing Dele Farotimi in Ekiti for defending Afe Babanlaole. Now, the police IG in Abuja has also instituted another case on behalf of the coward, the old rogue, Afe Babanlaole, the senior lawyer who is protecting his image. Is my image I built for image where will build the baboshi, the image of robbing the system, deceiving the gullible ones. Abi, calling yourself who?
Even the one you talk about, our crude oil in the facilities abroad, you know. During Buhari's administration, I'm aware, 2 teams were sent to China. They came back and confirmed that we have crude oil there. Later, NNPC hired Afe Babanlaole to go on television, advertise on the papers that the whistleblower is a liar, that nothing like that happened.
That is who Afe Babanlaole is. In fact, I am doing one piece as we speak. I am putting together some research on him. All his roles. The role of Afe Babanlaole in helping the different corrupt regimes in Nigeria, in helping them to legitimize their corruption, okay, invalidating the corruption allegation against some of these agencies, including the NNPC. He did that too. They paid him very well. I just don't know how much they paid him. When they stole Nigerian crude oil, and the crude oil was traced to China, Afe Babanlaole he went on TV and he said the person who blew the whistle was a liar. Because it's Afe Babanlaole, sure you get, he must be saying the truth. Or he must be he's a respected legal luminary. Sure you get. But they paid him to go on TV. He even put up adverts on newspapers using his own name, his own image to cover up a lie. Guess what? Last, China said, well, it is true. We received some stolen crude oil from Nigeria. Unfortunately, they agreed to pay the money. But when they paid the money for the stolen crude oil, which Afe Babalola claimed was a lie, when they paid the money, it was Malamun, the Attorney General of Nigeria, that was your Minister of Justice at the time. Remember? And the money disappeared. The same way the crude oil disappeared. They found other crude oil stolen from Nigeria by the NLC scribe, the NLC of that time, of this Mele Kyari, the same NLC. So I'm doing a piece on him. I'm putting together some of this research so that when I come here, I can give you the list of his criminality. But I bet I will see more from Dele Farotimi's book. They are afraid. He said that Dele Farotimi will be freed. That's what Afe Babalola said now. He said Dele Farotimi will be freed if he can prove all the allegations against him in his book. And Dele Farotimi said, I can prove everything against you, you this old crook. I can. And because he wouldn't want that to happen, so he decided to use the corrupt system in Nigeria to kidnap him and then lock him up. And guess those who are celebrating that? The Ronu Kus, the Ronu Nazis, home and abroad. They are now lawyers, okay? Who are now kind of, some of them are even saying, Dele Farotimi will spend 10 years in jail because they control the judiciary, of course. And to them, like they did with Omoyele Sowore, they believe that if you ever criticize the APC, it doesn't matter how it looks, we will look for something and use the corrupted judiciary to lock you up forever. Now, take a look at this. These are the new charges, right? That the Nigerian police are now charging Dele Farotimi, which means their plan is to make sure that the Dele Farotimi is not freed anytime soon, so that they can run a media campaign, an endless media campaign, okay, against him. Tell you a lot of stories. The what do you call them? The influencers that they are paying on social media, so that they can have few days for the next 1, 2, 3 months, okay? And then it will present itself as if, oh, Dele Farotimi is guilty. Oh, he lied against Afe Babalola. So he won't have that chance, you get, of, here are the charges. Let's start from that. The police IG, Inspector General of Police, Federal High Court of Nigeria in Ado-Ekiti, because the one they are currently charging him for at the Ekiti Magistrate Court, it's like that one is not holding water, okay? They don't think that is going to last. And the Magistrate Court, no, let's go to High Court. And it's now the police IG. They said that you, Dele Farotimi, on the 28th of August, 2024, knowingly and intentionally transmitted communication in an online interview on Mike On podcast by Seun Okinbaloye on your YouTube channel, in respect of a book authored and published by you titled Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System, wherein you stated in the interview that Afe Babalola corrupted the judiciary, which you know to be false information. So they are now saying they are charging him, you have committed an offense contrary to and punishable under section 24(1)(b) of Cyber Crimes Prohibition, Prevention, etc. Act 2015 as amended. Count 2, that you, Dele Farotimi, in that same interview, right, or with Seun Okinbaloye, in respect of a book authored and published, blah, 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 you violated or committed an offense contrary, it said that Afe Babalola corrupted the judiciary with the intention of bullying and harassing the named persons, thereby committed an offense contrary to section 24A of Cyber Crimes Prohibition Prevention Act. Count 3, same thing, that you, Dele Farotimi, on the 2nd of December, which was 3 days ago, you remember that interview of Dele Farotimi, that you intentionally sent a message in the course of a press conference held online on your YouTube channel, that it came to my knowledge that there is a charge preferred before a court in Ekiti against me at the instance of Chief Afe Babanlaole. This charge has been fraudulently preferred, hidden from view, which is true, and the court had purportedly demanded my presence multiple times, and I failed to appear before the court. Here you get now. Now, he is a lawyer, and there was never a time Ekiti court or Ekiti judge sent any summon to Dele Farotimi. Not a single summon was sent by any court. But guess what? The court claimed that Afe Babanlaole has been summoning Dele Farotimi, and Dele Farotimi did not show up. So because of that, they can now ask the police to go and kidnap him. Do you get that now? So, and because of this, according to police IG, they said, you have committed an offense contrary to and punishable under section 2:1. Hang on. Okay, hang on. They said, which you know to contain false information for the purpose of causing breakdown of law and order. They said Dele Farotimi's interview 3 days ago could cause a public breakdown of law and order. The police. So, count 5. Again, they said on the 2nd of December, you intentionally sent a message in the course of a press conference. All right. So they are quoting what he said in his press conference, that it came to my knowledge that there is a charge preferred against me. Now they said he, with the intention of bullying and harassing the named persons, thereby committed an offense contrary to and punishable under section 24A of Cyber Crimes Prohibition Prevention Act of 2015 as amended. Count 5, that you, Dele Farotimi, on 28th of August 2024, knowingly and intentionally transmitted communication in an online blah 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 YouTube channel, Nigeria and its criminal, in respect of a book, right? Nigeria and its criminal justice system, wherein you stated in the interview that if Afe Babanlaole is the only person licensed to enjoy that level of impunity, that is different. So that you have committed an offense contrary to and punishable under section 24, cyber crimes. Count 6, the same thing. You have committed a crime under cyber crime. You were bullying. Count 7, that you, Dele Farotimi, on that same YouTube on the 24th of August. So they are using, what do you call it? The interview he had on Shenwa Kimbaloye, open mic or mic on, okay? Said, and I sued him for libel. And when I sued him for libel, the machines of corruption went into overdrive, and the case that should never have been killed at the preliminary stage was killed with the intention of bullying and harassing the named person. So the coward, this old rogue, ran to the police, okay, and asking the police. He's supposed to lawyer. He was supposed to be the one to draft his own charge. That old man was supposed to be the one to draft his own charges. Okay? His lawyers were supposed to be the ones suing Dele Farotimi. But the coward ran to the police and asked the police to do the job for him. So the police is now the one suing Dele Farotimi. Do you understand that? The coward old man is hiding behind the police. That the police, so please, police, help me. This person, he has bullied me. He has bullied me online. Can you please help me sue him? So the case of Dele Farotimi, it is now the case is now like Dele Farotimi versus the police IG, the legal police IG in Nigeria. And you know that Dele Farotimi has been a very huge pain in their ass, right? A huge one for that matter. And if APC, want to take any pound of flesh around this time, right? This is their opportunity. An opportunity they probably have been longing for until now. So all of this, Dele Farotimi would have a chance to defend himself, But you know something? It is not about him defending himself. No. It's not about that. The most important thing is that they want to show him the power that they wield. But you know somebody like Dele Farotimi, somebody of his caliber, like